Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to some. I'm Johnny B. And today I want to talk about dissecting why Dimash isn't popular here in the United States. Because it doesn't make sense to me. If I walk around town and I say, "Have you ever heard of a singer called Dimash?" I mean, it's nobody. One out of a few hundred. The percentage is so low. They get so caught up on whatever genre they're listening to, and that's on the radio here, that they're many of are just closed minded into to the reality that there is anything different. There have been a few people I have turned on to them, and every single one is just blown away, and everyone has the same reaction. How come I've never heard of this guy? I mean, there was a failed show at the beginning of 2019, right after the Super Bowl, America's biggest game. But he wasn't even on that first day. Do you remember that? They used him as a ploy, and they didn't even have him on that first day. And we're like, oh, you gotta be kidding me. It was called The World's Best, and it was the crappiest show of all time. And they hurried it. It was literally the crappiest show of all time. And the show was designed and built around Dimash. But we as Dimash fans picked it up that they were trying to control him. They lied about not having to compete with children. In the semifinals, he was going to compete with two children. You believe that? Okay. Why isn't he popular here? Pop? He can sing pop. He's sang a song called Screaming. How come that song didn't make it on the radio? It's a beautiful song. Opera? We all know he can sing opera. Classical? Yeah. He's going to lead his own genre. It's going to be a mix. And people in America just aren't in tune yet. And they're going to catch on 2, 3, 4 years later when this guy all of a sudden has such a big name. They're like, oh, why didn't we hear of this guy? It's going to take superstars like Lara Fabian, Andrea Bocelli, maybe Andrea Bocelli, to have him come on and either do a duet or have him sing Ogni Pietra or slash Olympico and have people just get blown away. It would take singing at the Emmys. Like the song he wrote, Across Endless Dimensions. Let's say that one made it and he came and actually sang his song. And all the people, because there's a lot of people that watch it, they'll be like, who is this guy? It's literally the reaction we get all the time. But if you actually just type out reactions, Dimash names pops up all over the place. Everyone's reacting to Dimash. There's a new second wave of Dimash reactors I'm actually listening to. I've noticed that there's I don't know if she's Irish or Scottish. I'm listening to her now. She's cute when she does it. Her husband's in the room sometimes. She's like, "Joe, yeah, that." It's like I think her name is Adele something. And then there's another guy. He's got a deep voice, and he's freaking out. He's like laying on the floor, and I forgot his name already. But there's a new wave of Dimash people coming in. So the old Dimash, or some of them are still there, okay. But it's fun watching the new wave too. It really is. It's fun watching the new wave of people. And the reason this is going to continue, a new wave and a new wave, is because there's still so many people that don't know of Dimash. A ton. So after this wave is done, there'll be another wave. You watch. Okay? And we'll be there, and we'll be guiding them through becoming a deer, guiding them through understanding Dimash, understanding how he's worked with people like Igor Krutoy, all these things, okay? We'll guide him through how he was raised by his grandparents, and both of his parents are musicians, and we'll guide him because that's who we are. You got to inform them, right? We got to hurry up the process. Because sometimes it bothers you, they listen and they don't know anything about them. You're like, oh. So you want to help them along with the process. So this video here that he just came out with still doesn't have 1 million views on it. I'm like, what? I would have sworn it would have had 1 million something views easily on the first day. I came back the next day, had like 600,000 on it. I remember when the one of the boy bands came back after years being back, and they did a video or a song or whatnot, and they had like 25 million after the first day. It was like, what? This guy's got to earn everything he's got. It's kind of good in regard that it's a slow building up process. But he's nearly 26 years old. I mean, still young in regard to everything, but he's not that 22-year-old kid that we knew. Okay? And we want to see Dimash earn his rightful position. But boy, it's a lot of work. It's a lot of work. The American music industry does not recognize him. Not yet. I mean, he's just meeting people like, I think the first big name he really met was Igor Krutoy. The second big name he met probably was Laura Fabian, even though she recognized him when he was singing on I Am Singer, and he sang one of his songs called Adagio. So she had an idea who he was, and I'm sure Igor already knew. Now he is firmly planted on that Igor Krutoy team. That's important, okay, because Igor Krutoy has what we call clout. And clout, as you saw with Igor Krutoy coming over to this country, he speaks Russian. Yet he sold out in Barclays Center. And that clout and the introduction with Dimash helped Dimash have a sellout as well. It's at the same exact arena. Okay? And he's doing much better in Europe and Asia. The Ukrainians know him, but how much? What's the percentage? The Russians love him. The people in the Middle East love him. Obviously, the people in the countries like Uzbekistan and Kazakhstan. Kazakhstan, he's their favorite son. Okay? And in China, they love him in China. When's he going to start doing well here? I think it's going to be 2 or 3 years or something. And it's going to be one of those songs, something, and someone's going to go, why haven't I heard of him? And we're going to turn around and look at him and go, I don't know. But we've been listening to him for 5, 6, 7 years. Where you been? So, I think we just got to be patient with it. And we will see the growth of Dimash. But what I'm enjoying right now is the growth of Dimash with the second wave of Dimash reactors. It's kind of fun. All right, guys. Peace out.